This conference will now be recorded.
Now, the first question. So, find the maturity value of an FD invested today, an amount of 1 lakh for the 5 years, rate of 10%. We will be using future value. So, here, first we will be giving the rate. So, directly we are typing values as it has been not given into the cell. You can 10% and the N per, there is no payment amount, but we have the FD, that invest amount as the future value. So if there is no type, then you can give 0. If nothing, you can just close the bracket and enter. So you will get an answer of 1,61,051 rupees. So is this the answer you all got? Okay, wait.
So,
Yeah, 1 second. Now, now is my screen is visible? Okay. So the first answer is 1,61,051 rupees. Everyone got the same answer? Okay. So now how about the second? So find the investment needed in a EFT which will be mature at 2,50,000 for 10 years. The rate will be a 12%. So here we will use PV. We need to find the present value. So as usual, rate N per FV value we need to give, then 0, enter. So last one like 0, it's not like mandatory. You can just give the value and you can enter it. Okay. Everyone got the same answer in the second one as well?
sir,
Yeah.
sir, can you please repeat it, sir? Second one.
That's what. Here, if you want to find out the investment needed for the FT, so you are going to take the present value. So what is the amount they have given? 2,50,000, which is going to be matured for the 10 years. Then the rate is 12%. Same thing you are giving here. Rate is 12%. N per 10. There is no payment amount. So here we have future value, that is 2,50,000. So if I give that, enter, that is 80,493. You can make this one as a positive answer by giving the minus symbol for the present value, future value. So you need to analyze whether that is a cash inflow or cash outflow. If that is a outflow, that will be minus. If it is a inflow, that will be positive. Okay. That you need to analyze the question, future value or the present value. So you understand here itself, as we have gone with an examples before. So whenever you wanted to find out the maturity of the 5 years, so then whatever the amount you wanted to find out today, what will be there. So find out the investment needed they are asking. So if I wanted to get the maturity of 2,50,000 for 10 years, after 10 years, so what I need to find is an investment. So what is the investment is like today amount what I am going to put is my present value. Here they have already given the maturity of the FD. They have told that invest amount is like 1 lakh. So 5 years I have with the 10%. So if I wanted to find out the maturity amount, so the maturity amount for 5 years, that is nothing but a future value. So you are finding the future value. So you should analyze the question now. Understood? So question 3, investment of 1000 for 5 years at the rate of 10%. Find the future value. They have itself given. You are going to find out the future value of the invested amount. So then if the same thing formula you're going to put here 10% of the 5 years 1000. Okay. So next is
Sir, sir,
yeah. Yes, yes.
sir, what is the difference between minus and that's negative and positive, sir?
See, when the amount is the amount of cash is flowing in means the amount is coming to you is a positive. If the cash is going out, so that time that would be a negative. When you are going to be investing today, that would be a minus every day for every month or every year for you. But if it is if the amount is the cash flowing to us for whatever the FT we are doing, that will be flow in. So if the amount is flowing in, then it is a positive because it's a positive for you. But if your the amount is going out, that is a negative. So to if the amount should be when if the amount is going out, then you will give that one as minus itself. If the cash is coming in, then you need to make that one as a positive value.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So even the third question has the same answer. So the fourth question, we are using PV, present value. So you will be finding out the present value. So now, whenever you wanted to find out the annually, monthly, or that time, then they will be representing. It is the given the percentage you give, that is annually, that whole 6 year. So as I told you, whenever it is been it's nothing but like an annuity if you are going to find it out. So semi-annually find this that 9% is divided by 2 in the sense that year will be divided of 2. So that is 16 to 2 you need to do it. This is how you do the semi-annually. So 6 years of 2 you are going to be divided. Quarterly in the sense, so you need to do it 4. So I want to find out the quarterly 4. If it is monthly, I need to do 12. If it is daily, that is 365. So every day amount I need to get it. 4th answer. One second. Yeah. Okay. So whenever you are going to find it out with semi-annually, that would be semi-annually in the sense like out of means if it is 6 year, that should be taken off divided of 2. That 9% will be divided by 2, which 6 can be multiplied of 2. That 6 year which will be multiplied of 2. So here you are finding out the annually, semi-annually, half of that. So semi-annually will be by 2, quarterly will be by 4. So formats of this will be same itself. Excuse me. So next, if it is for quarterly, 4. If it is monthly, then I need to consider 12. If it is compound daily, then I need to consider them as 365. Means if you wanted to compound annually, the normal formula only. You don't want to specify, no, directly you are going to give the year. Only if it is annually, then it is like 6 years itself you will define it. The normal formula what I have told you for the future value. Only if you are compounding the semi, quarterly or monthly or daily, then you need to define this format. For example, 8 and n per. So if this is semi-annually, then that would be divided of 2. The rate will be divided by 2. Compound rate will be divided by 4. If it is compound by monthly, then it should be divided by 12. If it is daily, divided by 365. N per will be into 2 divided by 4. Sorry. The value of that will be multiplied to that particular format. So has rate divided of 2 or 4 or 12 or 365. It is n per into either 2 nor 4 nor 12 nor 365. Those are months.
Sir,
Yeah,
sir, rupee symbol and everything we should click on. We can select all and we can click on.
yeah. If the rupees is not coming, any languages. So usually rupees is not defined exactly for the India in the currency. So whenever you are defining the currency, you can define the number for the INR with any language. So like this it will be, nor with it will be with the languages. Anything you can select, any, all or INR only.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
So after this, sixth question. Here we need to find out annually, which we are going to do annual rate for the day. So when you are compounding daily, then you need to divide by 365. So that 365 will be multiplied to the 10. So which I have showed you now previously. If this is not done, you can write it down. So the same manner, if I wanted to find out the interest rate, so as I told you yesterday, if I'm finding the interest rate, I should use rate itself. So ninth question. So here you are finding the years. So we need to use n per. If I wanted to find out the rate. As usual, to find out the to find out the maturity value of RD account, 11th question. So here they have we're finding out the monthly. So compounded monthly. So we need to give 12. Ninth answer. One second. So you are getting 14%. Sorry, 14 years. Here we are finding out years. So N per. No, that is not 26 percentage. Yes, no. Y percentage. You are not finding rate. You are finding N per. Tenth is 26 percentage. So 11th question, 12th. This is monthly. We are compounding. Here we are finding the payment amount. Finding the future value quarterly. Yeah, what you have typed, what you are getting is correct. The investment of an 100 will be double in 3 years. Or ninth question, yours it is in the ninth. Okay, numbers it might be. See, this is the format. You are finding the rate. So, what is the rate offered by the bank? That is 26%. Here means if numbers are not matching, try to read the questions. Yeah. Actually, numbers are missed out. You better read the questions. errors are missed out, you read the questions. Okay. So this is for 5 years. Compounding. Okay. So same manner, you need to do all the questions. Solve it. Yeah.
Sir,
Huh.
sir, can you please do the 13th question, sir?
Okay. This one, if you deposit 45,000 into an account earning 4% interest, compound quarterly. So you need to find out quarterly. Quarterly in the sense future value of 4. This one,
Yes.
no. Same question. Eleventh. This one. Okay.
Sir, we
It
only
is
have 15 questions.
15th. Once again repeat it. I couldn't hear you.
Fourteenth question, sir.
Huh? 15th or 13th. This one. 14th. Can you tell me the question? Now, like, read the question. Or you send me in the WhatsApp. Let me check the question name. Okay. Here only it is there, no? It is monthly, compound monthly. So that is 12. Write down. Means you can note it down. Got that? Oh. So this one should practice. And debts or like debt, you are for going to find it out the PMT only. So if they are finding out so now what I need to do is like you want to find it out the amortization of the. So how do I find out the amortizations in the sense at the end of the period my EMI should be means that my whole loan amount should become zero. To find that we will be using this debt system. Okay. Now see first you need to take the month. So how many more months that they have given? Say for example, it is 3 years that they have represented. Now I need to take it like the 3 of 12. So 36 months I will be giving. What is my loan amount? So EMI is 33,214. Interest rate, how do I find out? So if I'm finding the interest rate, that you need to find out the interest rate on the base of interest based on the loan amount, then the percentage divided by 12. So here you will take the absolute, you will do the absolute for the rate because the percentage rate will remain same for all. So your total EMI will be 33,210. The interest that for the 10 lakh 12% you are giving 10,000. This is to find out by divided by 12. So the 12 months, so totally you need to take it on the month base itself. So if I'm giving here, what is the principal repaid? That means here you need to take the EMI and the interest. End of the loan, you need to minus loan amount, then the principal repaid. So this is the amount. So if I just drag down, this amount will be carry forwarded here. So how can I take the value? I don't want to type in the sense equals you give set values the cell, press enter, immediately it will take. Then take this value amount from this particular cell itself. EMI will remain same, interest will change. So principal repaid will change, then the loan amount will change. Okay. So the loan amount I have taken directly from there. So then the EMI, yeah, you don't have the details, only heading you have because you want to find out the debts. Means amortization, in the sense you need to find it out the exact loan case with the zero, means how many how much I'll be paying in every month, and within how many months I'll change to the format. So that I will be doing here. Okay. So my first month, beginning year, think that I'll take the loan amount. Now EMI, that you will be finding out the loan amount into 9%. 9, when you drag, you make it that one as absolute, divided by 12. So interest amount, find it out. The interest on, so we'll just take the EMI from here itself. For interest, we will find it out based on the month. This percentage, make absolute, divided by 12. Principal repaid. So here I'll take this minus interest, and the loan amount minus principal repaid. 24-month. Sorry, this you need to take the value of this. So at the end, my amount should be 0. So 2 years in the sense, if it is 24 months, so at the end, like what it should be 0 for me. This is what you need to find out to the debts. So here you take the loan amount, then here EMI amount will be same. Interest, you do the formula of loan amount into that percentage. So whenever the loan amount, when the it is getting the end loan, then it should have the that particular amount only. So it will take that particular amount divided by 12. Here principal you have paid, interest minus the EMI, that is how much it will be, 764. Then the end loan. The end loan you need to do it in the minus of beginning loan and the principal repaid. So that will be your end loan. This end loan you need to drag down here. How do you take? So equals, select the end loan immediately. Then if you are dragging down, it will give you the answer. How do we find out that EMI? How you can find it out by PMT, no? How do you find out EMI is nothing but PMT? So they have told compounded monthly, right? So you should change it at monthly. Okay. So this is the formula. Yeah, correct. So if it is a compounded, you need to do in that particular manner only. You need to do both, divide by 12 and multiply by 12. Yeah, if they mention annually or semi annually, quarterly or daily, you need to represent that particular days. If it is semi annually 2, quarterly 4, daily 360, monthly 12. Format is same, formula is same, only you need to give that multiplication and division format for the rate and n per. Understood? Did you understand? Haven't they have represented compound annually there? You do it annually, only you do it. If they have not represented, you do it annually. Oh, excuse me. Divided will be calculated. Why you want to do 0? See, I have the present value, then the n per and the rate. don't want to divide by 0. The last two zeros is not required at all. They have just has been defined. So till PV if you got is more than enough. Yeah, send it. Correct. Correct, it is correct. So compound monthly, divide by 12 and 3 into 3D into 12. It's correct. But yeah, percentage you don't type the percentage. The 12 percentage you have typed, no, you don't type. You select the cell. Your cell is B3. Okay, right. This is the interest. No, see, now what you do know, if I don't have the amount, so you want to find out the amortization. So the values is given in the cell itself. Now you don't type the values, you just select it, the cell you selected. Okay, so what you do is like equals PMT open bracket. So the first should be the rate. Rate your cell references B3 divided by 12, comma, n years, that is n per. It is in B4. For you, it is in B4 into 12, comma. So your loan amount, that is the present value, it is in the cell of B2 minus B2 bracket close. So this is your formula. See, I have sent you in the text chat box only. That formula you type. So you will get the exact answer. So now you do the find it out the details of the end loan. So if I do my last cell, my end of the loan should be 0. In the 24th month, end of the loan should be 0. By pressing F4. If you press F4, reference will become absolute. VM1 15th answer. This one? APR sum. You just send me the question, no, in the WhatsApp. So here you can use it as a monthly, no? I couldn't find that. But you can, if date is monthly, use this formula. Compound monthly they are giving. This function itself you can use. So if you are depositing monthly in the account payable of 6% and here monthly to accumulate 110 lakh by the age of 65, beginning at the age of 30 if you are investing. So you need to find out the values there. The rate is given, amount is given. So you are going to find out the month there. So how many months that I can do it? For month, you know the formula, no? N per. So equals N per, then you give the values. Okay. So the one and find it out the debts as well. So if I don't want to find out the monthly, then I can directly find it out I can find out the values itself. So if my principal amount is 20,000, you know how to find out the payment amount. So 9% 3, that 2,000, you will give the value. So you'll get sum of the amount. So here interest amount you need to put. So you know how to do the interest, that is principal amount into the percentage. So here you just add those all three. Same manner. So at the end I will get 0 minus. Okay, okay. Find it out, find out. Aramsle you do. Okay, that APR you leave. I'll get you that question answers. Leave that and start doing the next one. Oh, okay, okay, fine. Do. Aramsle you do. Debts only. Only debt 1, debt 2 sheet itself. So in your send file, might be only 2 debt sheets are there. Same thing only for all to do. Find out. Aramsle you do. So Anaga, you leave that APR now. You do the debts, everything. I'll tell you that later. Beginning loan is like you don't have to type the beginning, means there is no formula. You are just taking that the loan amount equals, click on the loan and select. That's it. Here in this beginning loan, what answer you will get here? The end loan will be your beginning loan here. Equals, select the end loan. Did you get? Okay. So interest, if I want to find, first what you need to do is like equals, select the beginning loan. Okay. Select the beginning loan into interest rate, that is 12% divided by 12. So here, when you are dragging, the reference changes. So that time I'll make this one as absolute. Which one? Interest rate. Did you get? Beginning loan. I'll select the beginning loan. So after selecting the beginning loan, find out the EMI. EMI it is already found. Select the same EMI. Now I want to find out the interest. Interest is beginning loan into 12%. 12% you make it as an absolute divided by compounded monthly they are saying per year. So shall make it as 12. So I'll get the amount. So principal repaid is your beginning loan minus interest. End loan is nothing but your EMI minus interest. End loan will be beginning loan minus principal repaid. Okay. So your principal repaid will be EMI minus interest. End loan will be beginning minus principal repaid. That end loan will become beginning loan now. So you select this enter. So same manner, this will be the repeated only. Here also, what happens? This is same for all interest amount means the TMI will be same for all. So that time what I do is like this also I'll make it as an absolute only F4. This interest will become it is exactly correct. Report it principal repaid is also correct. End loan is also correct. So after down it. Now select all together, drag down. Your end amount is 0 now. Interest. Principal repaid is EMI minus interest. Principal repaid is EMI minus interest. End loan will be beginning loan minus principal repaid. Did you get? Okay. So principal amount is EMI minus interest. End loan is beginning loan minus principal repaid. Okay. Do it. once it has been done, means once you have dragged, see, to cell you do it properly. What happens? You don't use that shortcut. What you do, select this cell which has been done. So first you find it out the answer in for one column, one row equals, then end loan, select all this, just drag down. Okay, after this, this one you drag down, this one also you can. Then select everything. The second row you selected, click on the dot, drag down. So select it. Shortcut you can use is Control D. Same manner, there is one more debts to find out, I think so. Oh, do it that also. So for this it is less month. Everyone finished? Okay. So this is the AVM. Practice well. So the next which we will be doing is a financial reporting, FSA. So financial statement analysis. See, whenever it comes to the business, so the business, it might be yearly or 2 years once or 3 years once, that I wanted to know the statement of my financial. So why this financial modeling is like you are analyzing in a business. So you are the analyst where you can analyze the business and you can know the position and the performance of that particular company. You can say whether it is possible, whether we can take or not, further we can continue or not. So that time we also want to do the financial statement analysis. So mainly why I wanted to do the financial statement analysis, in the sense, whenever you are doing the financial statement like financial modeling, so you are going to build on or an abstract representing the particular model based on your real world financial situation. So where it will have a mathematical conditions. So when it comes to the financial statements, we will have under three different types of line items. So which line items are called as income statement, balance sheet, and cash flow. So whenever we have the financial statement, users, or you need to find out equity investors are interested in company or not. So short-term creditors are interested in a company, liquidity. So because they want an early payback. So long-term creditors are always concerned the company earnings power and the long-term assets. So these are all the three financial users where you will have. So whenever I wanted to further continue that financial statement analysis, what we are going to do it. Here we need to know the performance of profitability and the cash flow. So in the financial position, equalate and the forecast. So in the sense the future and the past and present we need to represent it. So here financial reports provides you an information about a company performance and financial positions changes. Excuse me. So here we need to know the performance and the position of the particular company. So we need to do this financial statements. So in that line item, the first we will be doing is an income statement. So here key financial statements are income statement, balance sheet, cash flow statement. So, and to know the statement of the owner's equity. So even also we will be looking after the footnotes, like supplementary information, footnotes, management decisions and analysis, external auditor reports also we will be doing here. When it comes to the format of an income statements, so very much important that where you need to know revenue and COGS, gross profit, operating expenses, EBITDA. It's nothing but like earning before interest, tax, depreciation and amortizations. Depreciation and amortizations, EBIT. So that is nothing but interest before interest taxed. So earning before interest tax. So non-operating expenditures, and EBT. It is nothing but earnings before tax. So then you will get a PAT. So that is net profit. Okay. So here you need to analyze and identify what is your revenue, what will be my COGS, what is my gross profit, what is OPEX, operating expenditures, what is my EBIT, what I need to do that. So I need to minus depreciation and amortization amount I need to do it. So whenever I have asset where I going to depreciate, that also I need to do under this income statement. And then finally I need to minus interest and your tax. Finally I should know the profit, net income. So to find out this net income, I'll be using the income statement. Okay, say for example, so here the first what we are going to find it is then COGS, then we need to also find out the asset, so these are all the things that where you need to do it: income statement, revenue, COGS, gross profit, operating expenditures, OPEX, EBITDA, earning before interest, tax, depreciation and amortization, EBIT, earning before interest tax, EBT, earning before tax, then tax, net income. So everywhere when it comes to the revenue, the gross profit, I have revenue minus COGS. And once it is done the OPEX. So here what you need to do is like all the sum of the OPEX you should have. Okay, for your EBITDA, you need to minus gross profit minus OPEX. So in the EBT, I'll minus depreciation and the EBITDA. So here I'll minus interest, the tax. Finally, you will get a net income. So income statement functions and the examples I'll teach you tomorrow. And to solve that questions, I will also send the questions in the in WhatsApp itself. I'll send the questions in the WhatsApp itself. Any doubts? Yes, sir. Tell me, Pooja, what is your doubt? Huh. Under TVM? Huh. If you are getting negative, if I am finding the future value for your present value, you give the minus. If it is coming in dollar, it's okay, no worries. You can change that currency. If you are getting negative, then make it as a positive. The amount, if you are finding future value, obviously you'll have a present value. If you are finding the present value, then obviously you will have a future value. Yeah, PMT you should consider 0. There is no PMT amount. So whichever the syntax has no amount, then that should become 0. Fine then. So start doing everything. Once again, you remove the answers and do everything from the first. So note it down. Next class, I will start the main thing like income statement tomorrow. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.